Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. Now in today's video, I want to talk about the 100 play mode in Marvel Rivals, the Times Square mode, and what I think about it, and what they could do as well. Honestly, the mode so far, I really do enjoy it. I really love playing it. I think what really makes up for it is it's a relaxation, and just showing off your characters, just playing any characters. You're not gonna have anyone telling you off like, oh, you should come off this character and go to this one. They're not going to force you to change roles or anything like that. We really needed this mode. This time the zombie mode, where we can just sit back and relax. Talk to your friends, while you're playing the game. Because at this point, QP and rank it's super sweaty. I know QP is casual, but even with that, dude, it can be very sweaty. And there's a lot of players who just like take it way too serious, too seriously, at the game, and especially rank as well. But that's just rank. That's with any game, right? With the Times Square mode, there's a lot of potential. I still feel like there's still a lot more to be done. It still hasn't reached its potential yet, and that's the exciting part because right now it's still good. I still do hop on, from time to time. If I want to relax and talk to other players. However, there's no proximate voice chat, so some of you guys can say, "Oh, how are you talking to other players then?" Well, you can actually message people, you can type, but you can also do VC squad. A lot of people don't know this. You can actually do voice chat by inviting them. So if you press the tab button, you can then invite players into your squad room, your group, your voice chat room, and only 6 people can stay in there. There's still a lot of potential. I was exploring the map. There was a basketball court, and you have players dancing and just showing off their skins. Watching the billboards as well, which is pretty amazing. I think. There's a lot of like activities that NetEase can add, and I really hope they do listen. I don't know how they're gonna stumble upon this video. I do hope they like do take action and listen, and they have been doing that. I was thinking they should add a lot of activities where you can actually walk into these most of the shops or takeaways or restaurants, wherever. There was like a Herbie shop. I don't know what that is. I think it belongs to the Fantastic Four characters, I guess. The Herbies. If you guys watch the movies, it's basically a little robot thing, and maybe it'd be pretty cool to have a pet robot, right? Can you imagine like buying, going to the Herbie store and then buying a robot, and you can, actually keep as a pet and just like roam around. You can just walk around with your little robot. I think that'd be pretty cool. And maybe same thing with Groot, baby Groot, right? I was just thinking of these crazy ideas what they could do with this mode, and I was thinking of like having an octagon ring. I know this mode is supposed to be a relaxing area, and it's not supposed to be a sweaty mode. But in case if you guys wanted to fight someone, just for the fun of it, like they could easily add like an octagon ring, like a massive one, and do like 2v2 or 1v1, and 4v4, and then have other players outside watching the game, and they can be part of the audience. Now I was thinking of an idea like that, and I think the rule should be is everyone needs to play the same character. They can't be uh too different, because so it doesn't become one-sided. And I think that'd be a clever idea to have in the game. There's another idea where we could have a theater room, and yes, we have the billboards, but I feel like the billboards are just only for the trailers, or maybe like a teaser that they want to show. And I was thinking if they had like an indoor building, like a theater room where they can do like a movie night, like if there's like an special event or something, and you can watch that one movie if they had like a theater building. I mean, it's up to Marvel if they want to do that. I think that'd be pretty amazing. There's another idea like giving us a functional, basketball court. I know there's a massive basketball court. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's on top of the rooftop, and that's not really. You can't really use it. You can walk around it, of course. Just you can explore there, but you can't really play basketball. And I think they have that as a placeholder. I think everything you see in Rivals placeholder, and I hope it is because I see a lot of potential for this. Right now people can explore the map, getting out the bounds, using Jeff or Punisher, and that's pretty fun. You can actually escape the bounds. I think NetEase did that intentionally, so people are not stuck in one room because it can get a bit boring. So people just want to like fly around and go far away, do whatever, right? And I think they left that there, intentionally, and I do hope they start adding more stuff on this mode, on this map. Like, dude, I can imagine they can add this into an open. Like, I know it sounds like a pipe dream, but holy shit, they could make this map into an open world New York. I swear they can actually do that if they really wanted to. And maybe they want to start from here, just from Times Square, and you go out the bounds and you can see that they can add a lot of building interiors that you can enter in. I mean, you can't obviously enter any buildings yet, like not really, and but you can see the idea like they could possibly go for, and Rivals right now, before season 5 dropped, it was such a sweaty game. I mean, the only mode that you have was the zombie mode, and but that's temporary. I just hope it becomes official, and I really hope they do a lot more with this mode. Adding proximate voice chat, removing the cooldowns as well for some, some of the abilities, right? Like as Spider-Man or Iron Man, I want to keep on flying. There should not be no cooldown for that on this mode. I want it to go anywhere and everywhere, right? Like they need to make it into an open world map, honestly. Like if they really want to do this with 100 player mode, then yeah, you have a right reason to make this into an open world map. Like I promise you, people will chill, people will like come onto the onto this mode. And I'm still doing it. I know it's a new mode, and obviously I'm going to be saying that, but if they add those things like a bunch of activities and making it a proper open world map, then there's a high chance people can chill on here, right? There's potential of doing roleplay, you know, because of that. Because we had 100 player, because of 100 play mode, there's a high chance where, there's gonna be a roleplay on this map. With proximate voice chat, when they add that in, I don't think they don't want to squeeze everything in, because I don't think no hero shooters hasn't done this. Right, I think Rivals the only game has done it, so we can't really pressure NetEase to do this kind of stuff. But I do hope they have the list to do list. They want to do this, I'm really excited. I'm really, really extremely excited. I'm excited for the 18 versus 18 mode, but I'm really curious what they will do with the 100 players mode, because there is a lot of like amount of possibilities that they can go for, because they can, because they've added, like I said, because they've added 100 play mode, and along with I mean, there's no proximate voice chat, but they could easily add that in, no doubt, right? They can add that in, and there's potential of role playing. Role playing. I didn't think of role playing on Rivals, but until I saw Times Square, holy smokes, they could actually make that into a thing. And making the map a lot bigger, giving us more interiors, giving us more activities to do. Not just talking about like the octagon ring where we can fight players, or playing basketball. Like, bro, they can even add bowling, and I'll play that. Like, people will be staying for those activities for a long time, or other like activities. I don't know, like you guys can think of any, like if I was talking about the Herbie shop, imagine you bought a robot. He's a cute little robot, right? We've seen the movies, right? Like imagine like he can be your little mini robot that you can walk around and he'll follow you, right? There's so much potential, dude. And I'm really, really excited for this man. Not many people are talking about it. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about, the new characters, which is exciting. Don't get me wrong. Gambit. I really, really enjoy playing Gambit. I think he's the best healer so far, right? But this mode, it could be. There's just so much potential. Like I hop on here. When I first boot up Rivals, I just want to hop on here. I just want to hop on Times Square. I want to meet people, talk to people, make friends. I made a lot of friends already, like through Rivals, and it's nice because I couldn't really do that with QP or rank, because you have to lock in Rivals. You really have to lock in, and it's sweaty. Like you can't have a proper conversation with these players, because they're just too busy focusing on the game, and you too as well. Like you're also focusing on the game. You want to get the win, and this happens in QP and in rank a lot. But this doesn't happen in Times Square, nor it doesn't happen in zombie mode. And this is why I'm hoping these modes do stay in. It needs it. Rivals is becoming a sweat fest. I came from Halo, as many of you guys know, and that game was sweaty. But there's a time where Rivals is sweatier. Do you get me? Like it's actually more sweatier compared to Halo, and Halo is, when you compare it, Halo is more chill. But now it has these two modes. It is slowly getting like less sweatier, which I'm really happy for. Like if I want to relax, I can hop on Times Square or zombie mode. If I want to like lock in, then I hop on rank or QP. Maybe Free Fire. I think Free Fire is 50-50. It's like it's less sweaty, and then again it's not sweaty. It is sweatier, but it's kind of 50-50 on that. But with Times Square and the zombie mode, it's completely like very, very relaxing. I was playing with people in the new mode in Times Square, and we were just talking, dude. We were just having a normal conversation. We were like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, you got nice skin." We were just having a normal conversation. That's something that Rivals didn't have. It didn't have at the time, and I'm really happy it does. So I just hope they keep on going with this, adding more activities, improving it. I don't think there's a lot of bugs, besides if you escape out the map and then there's like an edge there that you can fall off, then I guess you could say that's a bug. But obviously don't be too stupid, and you should know that there's an edge and you can die. I don't know what else to say. Like I'm really, really impressed. I was really surprised when they added this. 100 play mode where people can just relax and, just talk to others, just having a good time, I was thinking of like NetEase Games should have an event, for New Year's Eve where they should do like a countdown for 2026 and have the fireworks, in Times Square. And I think that would be amazing where players can gather around to see the fireworks. I think that would be like very immersive. Yeah. And speaking of immersive, I do hope they do add. Well, I don't know. I don't want to hope, but it'd be really cool if they add, first person mode for all characters. For this mode specifically, just for this mode, right? I mean, it's a mode. It's a mode where you can just chill and relax and explore. It's not a sweaty game. It's not supposed to be a sweaty mode. And I do hope they do add like a first person mode, and along with that, with VR chat, role playing. I think role playing in this game will be amazing. Like if they really go on in, and adding proximity voice chat as well. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say in today's video. If you guys have any ideas for this mode, for this 100 player mode, let me know. Like, what do you guys think they can improve on and what they should add? And I'll show you my ideas. All I'm saying, they need to add more activities to do. And adding proximity voice chat. To keep players in. And I mean, even now, people are still playing. People love Times Square, and it can get a bit boring, but at the same time, people kind of like it that way, which means it's not sweaty. Like in rank and QP, they're never going to be boring, because you're basically locked in. There's something is going on, right? But with this, it is boring, but almost in a good way, because like there's nothing is going on. But I do think they should add like activities, like that players can stay in. From what I mentioned from before. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for this mode, please let me know. I really love playing this mode. I can try any characters, any of the new characters. I can check out my skins. This would give reasons, and this is another. I think this is a big W. This is the important thing what I'm about to say. If NetEase Games keep on improving this 100 play mode and adding more features, more content just for this mode specifically, more people would have a reason to buy skins. I'm sure many of you guys, like probably like 9%, 95% of you guys, yeah, you will look at your favorite character, like let's say a Punisher or Spider-Man. You look at that character and you're like, oh, this skin looks amazing. I want to buy that. But wait, I don't really play Spider-Man in 66, or I don't play him in rank or QB. Like I'm really garbage with him. People tell me off. Yeah, I can't buy it. Sorry. Yeah, no money for you, NetEase. But now we have 100 player mode, and hopefully the zombie mode can also add more characters. We'll have a good reason to buy these skins now. I swear to God, we have a good reason. Like this, you guys don't understand. Like NetEase Games, yeah, I don't think NetEase Games even realizes it, but they can actually make money like this. If you can't play him in rank, he or she, in rank or QP, then play him in Times Square, right? And this is why, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if they keep on adding more content for Times Square, more people will buy skins, and that way they can make more money. And when they make more money, they can put that money towards like new modes, like PVE, like story mode, like campaign DLC, or using that money towards Times Square, improving it more further. But anyways, guys, sorry for the ramble. But yeah, if you guys really like the ideas that I have, and if you guys want to share your ideas, please leave them down in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch. I do stream a lot of Rivals on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.